All right, we have number 18. A quarter is 1/4 of a dollar. Victor has 32 quarters. How much money does he have? A quarter is 1/4 of a dollar because it takes 4 quarters to make a whole, or $1. So if Victor has 32 quarters, how much money does he have? All you have to do, guys, is divide by 4. How much money does he have? If he has 32 quarters, you know that 4 quarters equals 1 whole. How much money does he have? 4 can go into 32. If you know your multiplication facts, it's 8. And you could do long division for this. 19. Harrison has 3/12 of a pizza. Miles 8 5/12 of the same pizza. How much more of the pizza did Miles eat than Harrison? So again, we are subtracting. Miles 8. He's getting rid of it. How much more of the pizza did he eat? So all you have to do is remember, if you are subtracting, make sure you're taking the bigger fraction, which is 5/12 because it has a bigger numerator, and subtracting it from 3/12 because that's smaller. You should get 2/12. Ryan's collection is 3/6 football cards and 2/6 basketball cards. What part of Ryan's collection is not football or basketball cards? Okay, so you can see that the denominator is 6. That means there is 6. I'm going to draw boxes to help you. That means there are 6 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Good. So I like to label. I'm a visual learner. 3/6 of them are football cards. So I'm going to put football, football, football. 3 of the 6 are football. 2/6 are basketball. I'm going to put B and B for basketball. So 2 cards. Which part of Ryan's card collection is not basketball? 1 is not basketball or football. 1/6. Derek and his friends shared 2 small pizzas. Derek made 7/6 of the pizza. Oh, Derek ate. 7/6 of the pizza. Which mixed number shows how much pizza Derek ate? So 7/6 is an improper fraction. So we need to turn this into a mixed number because 7/6 is greater than 1 whole. 7 is over the whole, which would be 6/6. So you need to think, how many times can 6 go into 7? 6 can go into 7 once. 1 times 6 is 6. Subtract, you get 1. So it can go into a total of 1 whole times with 1 left over, and 6 stays the same as your denominator. So 1 and 1/6. And here is our last question, the constructed response. Adam is having some buddies over for a Super Bowl party. Adam's job is to make enough taco dip for all of his friends. The ingredients for the recipe are given. So we have all of our ingredients and our cups labeled in fractions. It says, which ingredient does Adam use greater amount of, the cheddar cheese or the lettuce? Explain how you found the answer. So you need to look at our cheddar cheese. I'm going to highlight it in yellow, and the lettuce. You need to think, which number is greater to, well, we have 1/2 of lettuce and 5/8 of cheddar cheese. You should know that 5/8 is greater than the halfway mark, because if you look at 8, half of 8 would be 4. So 5/8, 4/8 is greater to 1/2. That means 5/8 is way greater than the half of lettuce. So you can say he uses more cheddar cheese. He uses more cheddar cheese than lettuce because I know 5/8 is greater than 1/2. And now you have to say half. You have to explain how you know. Half of 8 is 4. And 5 is greater than 4. So 5/8 is greater than 1/2. So you need to say which one is greater, then tell me how you know it's greater, and then end it. And our next question, Adam says that he needs the same amount of 2 different ingredients. Is he correct? Support your answer with information from the problem. So you're going to look up here and you're going to say which fractions are equivalent to each other. In this, you have to think which numbers are multiples of each other. So I'm going to highlight. This might take you longer than you think, but I'm going to highlight the ones because I know which ones are. So 3/4 and 6/8 are equivalent to each other. And I'm going to tell you why. 3/4 is equal to 6/8 because it's times 2 and times 2. Remember, whatever you do to the top, you have to do to the bottom. You can go through each of the fractions and do this to it, but that would take you a long time. So you need to look for which, you can just look at numerators. 3 is not a factor of 5. It's not, you can't get times anything to equal 5, times anything to equal 2. Yada, yada, yada. Or it can be the other way around. It can be divided to equal 1. So the top and the bottom both have to be done by the same, either divided by the same or multiplied by the same to equal an equivalent fraction. So I knew that 3 and 6 were multiples of each other, and 4 and 8 were multiples of each other. So that's how I knew right away, right off the bat, that was equivalent fractions. So down here, the question was asking you, is he correct? And you're going to say Adam is correct. And now you have to say why. Because 3/4 and 6/8 are equivalent fractions. And you can come up with any explanation that you can think of, but I know that the simplest form of 6/8 is 3/4. And you know that Adam needs the same amount of cream cheese and ground beef. You could also say, I know that 3/4 multiplied by 2 would give you 6/8. Whatever you do to the top, you have to do to the bottom. You can say anything like that. And we're done. I think this was a pretty easy review.